Lebron James' crying tattoo. Think about how dumb the average person is. Then consider that half of them are even dumber than that. Only then does this story begin to make sense. Kalen Jalisi has a body full of tattoos, which he has had inked for over the past 12 years. However, none of his tattoos ever got the sort of attention that one tattoo of his got, which was of a crying LeBron James face on his right calf. Jalisi, who lives in Salt Lake City, is a Michael Jordan fan and is not fond of James. "I think LeBron is in the top 5 of all time, but he's not Jordan," Jalisi said. "I just get ticked off by everyone saying that he is, and I absolutely hate how LeBron flops." Jalisi harassed his friend Preston Schooley for 2 months so he could ink the tattoo on him. Schooley is a tattoo artist at the Blake Salt Tattoo, who also resides in Salt Lake City. "After the Warriors won, I convinced him to do it on me," Jalisi said. The process took 3.5 hours long, and Schooley said he and Jalisi were laughing the whole time. "He likes to be a troll, and this does the trick," Schooley said. And he's not stopping there. Oh no, next up for the remaining space on Jalisi's body are his other sports idols, Barry Sanders, Wayne Gretzky, and Joe Montana. And this story was brought to you first by ESPN, the TMZ of sports. Many things come to mind after reading this story, but for now we'll just stick with a simple wow. Imagine this man telling his grandchildren why he got this tattoo, but then that would mean he reproduced. There seems to be a genuine fear in the online comments section of this news story that this man will reproduce. But they needn't be too worried, because guys with the mindset of getting a crying LeBron tattoo inked on them generally don't live long enough to have grandkids. Let's be blunt here, that tattoo is really well done, but it is incredibly stupid. Although he did get one thing right. A tattoo should at least have a clear, recognizable meaning and story. And this one does have a meaning. Free advertisement for $1 billion entity that he has zero affiliation with. Sadly, many people live so vicariously through other people that doing this body mutilation is actually okay with them. And in this world filled with people desperate for attention and fame, he certainly got his 15 minutes. One problem with technology is that it gives unnecessary attention to these sorts of moronic acts. But I'm sure he's delighted that he will be the first search engine hit for anyone searching LeBron crying leg tattoo from now on. So I guess he did achieve fame in a very backwards and unappealing kind of way. As for grown men arguing about who is better between James and Jordan, they're completely missing the point. They're as delusional as Mr. Jalisi and just as celebrity obsessed as any young teenage girl who aspires to keep up with the Kardashians. As a sports fan myself, I must say that many people need to get a life. It's just a game, and you don't get paid when your favorite team or player wins. That is, unless you're playing fantasy sports or gambling. I mean, there are fools who will literally murder a fan of an opposing team because they're so obsessed. Do any of these athletes even know who these people arguing on their behalf are? No. Sports fanatics sound like someone insulted a close personal friend of theirs when you criticize their favorite athlete. Jordan didn't save the planet or die for anyone's sins. He just played ball and made a bunch of money. If you must have a sports obsession, then use this knowledge to either gamble or play fantasy sports. Do something that can possibly yield monetary gains. Think about it. Remember that saying, time is money? You lose valuable time that you lose when you give up your entire weekend to watch sports. That time could be used to create something that benefits you economically and emotionally. You see, in a misguided attempt of reclaiming masculinity, men will immerse themselves in every nuance of sports. Their priorities are warped. If you try to explain this to people, they'll think you're mad. But sports are nothing more than a modern gladiator competition for the masses. Keep your eyes on my right hand while I rob you blind with my left. These athletes get paid millions of dollars for playing with a ball. I'll be honest, this is something a child does. As I get older, I don't even think this is mind control. Let's be honest, most people are simply stupid and mundane. The president of any professional sports league could come up and say to their faces, it's all rigged, and yet people would still go to these events, believe me. That's the amount of stupidity that we're talking about. There is a genuine side to sports that is truly fun to watch. Just consider how there are athletes who just do their job and can do things that most humans can't do, which is what makes sports fun to watch. I know this is a long stretch from me ranting about a guy getting a tattoo, but this is a call for you to take charge of your life. Focus on what you can do and stop living vicariously through others. A few more things about sports. Are you able to even afford professional sports tickets? If the answer is no, you're not alone. Nearly 6 in 10 Americans don't have enough savings to cover a $500 or $1,000 unplanned expense. The team owners don't care. What you're witnessing right now are sports for the wealthy and only the wealthy. They don't care that the tickets are being priced out of reach from Joe Sixpack. Ever notice the obnoxious celebrities in the front rows at professional basketball games? The 2017 NBA Finals were forgettable garbage. The losers of the 2016 NBA Finals, a 73-win Golden State Warriors team, pick up a Hall of Fame basketball player in Kevin Durant in the offseason, and somehow the NBA is supposed to actually be competitive? The 2017 Finals was a waste of time. So much so that the only memorable news from the first game was when celebrity Rihanna allegedly shouted for Kevin Durant to brick while he attempted to make free throws. One millionaire yelling at another millionaire, this is the entire story of the finals. This is the dream of professional franchise owners, a stadium filled with the so-called rich and beautiful. The Warriors are unbeatable. There is no point to the NBA, and yet many people will give up hours of their precious time to watch a league where beating the incumbent champions is absolutely hopeless. Dana White of UFC fame knows this. Notice how UFC fights make certain that you see the celebrities that are in the audience? Conor McGregor is Dana's dream come true. He's one of the best fighters on earth, and more importantly, he brings in the money and celebrities. By the way, this is how he is allowed not to defend his titles. This article should be about the guy who did this tattoo. The details and work he put into this tattoo are amazing. He deserves the exposure. Go educate yourself, build a business, get rich. Stop wasting your precious time and energy obsessing over sports and celebrities. That's it. And for the love of God, don't get stupid tattoos.